Hello, everybody. This is Carol from Friendly Quail. It's Tuesday. Welcome back to my channel for a new Try Something New Tuesday. If you're a regular subscriber, thanks for coming back. If you have stumbled upon me somehow, I would really like you to consider being a subscriber. I do a Try Something New every Tuesday, and I try to do something in between where I'm working on a journal. Don't always get it done, but we try. This is what we're going to make today. We're going to make these paper clips that have tabs on them. So the paper clip is basically made flush to the edge of the page, but then the tab will stick out. So if this is your book, you'll just see that. And these have little pockets in them. And I saw this idea from a lovely Scottish lady, and I will put her video down below. She has a beautiful accent. I couldn't always understand what she was saying, I will admit, but she sounds so nice. Anyway, the back then would look like this from, the back of if you're looking at your book from the back, these would be sticking out. You can also make it so that they come up the top and you have a dangle. I'm making mine all kind of grungy looking because that's the kind of journals I'm doing right now. So I needed some things for those. You can make it out of any kind of paper that you want. Make it look cutesy, make it look green, make it look pink and, fuzzy, whatever you want to do. It's the same technique. Now I've made some of these flush to the edge paper clips. These are the ones where the entire paper clip is enclosed. And I really like that you don't see the paper clip at all. And it's so much easier to slide on your paper, whoops, that nothing catches. So this is just a regular covered paper clip with no pocket or anything, and it's made, I'm trying to remember, I've seen it on several channels, Two Old Crows, Sparkbirds, her station, her channel, I mean, and so people have been making these. I've seen them. I don't know how many people I've seen making them. I think the first one I saw making them was Two Old Crows. And after that, Sparkbird I saw. And then she also shows how to make it with small paper clips. But I like this size, and I liked the idea of putting a tab on it and the little pocket. So I started playing around, and I'm going to show you how you can do that today. Now, I kind of did it with some measurements. It's not a lot, but, you can do it without measuring anything if you want. But I was also first going to show you some of these. Last week I did these, I think it was last week, the fabric tabs. I'm on a tab kick lately. And some of these I made on camera, or you saw them already. But these are some other ones that I did. This one I did more with a kind of autumny feel with the orange and the green. Here's one with a little postcard and button on it, and I just put a key on it. This one has a little ticket on and a little advertisement, and it has the threads hanging out and a little key again. I've had these laying here, so I just wanted to show them to you so I can push them aside. This one's just a real tiny little one with buttons. You can make these any size. You can go back and look at the last one if you haven't seen it. Mushroom. This one has a ticket and a little stamp, and this one I did do the wire onto a shank button. So, actually, this was an earring thing, but instead of putting this on the bottom to hang something on, I used it as a top. I did this one with for like a nature journal with green and black, and then I have a button, a little bell, and a brass charm. This one I did for, I used one of these little clamps that you use on bracelets when you're doing beaded bracelets and things. And so they have little teeth and you squish it together. And I just put some fabric pieces in there. And then I attached it with a jump ring. I also did some of these where I slid this on and then I kind of rounded this with the round nose pliers, jewelry pliers, so that this wouldn't come off. I did that with a number of them. This one here I made, it's got Christmas colors. So that one ended up being red and green. It has a little bell. So I just wanted to show those to you. I'm going to push these all off. These need to be put away. And I'm going to tell you how about making these paper clips. Now, I did on some of the ones where they show you, they fold it and everything. And I know like Sparkbird has a thing because she sells papers that you can print that have everything on them, and then you have like a bird on the front or something. And she tells you to cut this 10 1/4, but you end up having like double pieces in some places, you know, totally double. So what I did is I figured out how to do it, and this is with it's 7.5 inches long. I cut all of my strips 1 1/2 inches wide, 7.5 inches long. And then from one end, I scored at 2 5/8. So those are the only measurements you have. Where's my pencil? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bump you. I'm looking for a pencil. Okay. The strips are 1 1/2 inches wide and 7 1/2 inches long. So I've kind of just written that down. And you score at 2 5/8 inches from one side. So those are the measurements, the only measurements that you need. Okay, so I've got 3 pieces here like this. Now, I want this to be on the outside of my paper clip. So I'm going to fold that score so the 2 5/8 is right here. This is going to be on the inside. That's the rest of the measurements you just take off the paper clip. You put the long side of the paper clip up on the short side. So the long side has the short side of the paper clip. The short piece has the long side of the paper clip. Okay. And everything else you're going to do just by folding. I'm not going to glue it right away because I'm going to be distressing and rounding corners and things like that. So I just take this long piece and fold it up. And then I fold it down onto the long paper clip. And you want to make sure that you have your sides pretty even. Okay. And then this part becomes the little pocket, and you fold it up. So now that paper clip will be totally enclosed in there, but you have this little pocket. So once you've got those folds made, then take it off and take off the paper clip. Now if you look, the paper clip is on the only one that pokes up a mountain. These are a valley, and a valley. So you know where to put your paper clip back on. And you know this is the long side because it wouldn't fit on this side. This is the short side. So those are the folds that you make. Now then, I like to round my corners. I'm using the smallest little punch to round the corners. And I'm going to round everywhere. Now notice I folded this because then I cut both of those at the same time. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here. I've got it folded. I'm going to round the corners. I do need to round these corners because, whoops, sorry, that will be underneath something that's rounded, so we do need to round that. I'm going to round these corners. Oop, I didn't get that one very good. This is actually leftovers, Tim Holtz stuff. Okay, and I have one more part to round the corners. This is the pocket edge. I'm not rounding that. You could if you wanted to, but everything else is being rounded. Okay, so I have folded this so it rounds both of them. So you have a little peaky going in. And the only ones I didn't round are this little edge where the pocket's going to be. Then it's time to ink. This is the pocket part that folds up, so we definitely want that edge inked. I like to do these kind of from both sides. You end up getting that white edge. Definitely want to get everything, all the edges on the outside. Okay. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty well myself. Sometimes I struggle with depression. I do take medication for depression. And I have for a long time because I have had too many bad depression episodes. But I still sometimes get down days. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to make sure that this edge is done. I don't have to worry about this one because that's what's down in there. But let's see. I'll just do all of these folds. I did a couple of them already, I guess. Okay. Now, going back to here. Valley, valley, valley. Mountain. Okay. Long side goes on the long part here. short side. Now it's time to glue. I'm doing the short side one. Fold that up. You can do these with cardstock or paper, and I've done it with paper, but really thin paper doesn't work very good. Okay, now I'm going to put glue here and bring this down. I'm using art glitter glue. So every day when I wake up, I try to say to myself, it's a beautiful day. It's wonderful. Everything is great. And I kind of talk myself into it. All right, now I'm going to fold this part down. Make sure everything's lined up well. And this is the little pocket, so I'm just going to do this edge right here. And fold that up. Now at this point, you want to make sure that you have not glued in between the paper clips. So you slide it on something and make sure that there's no glue that's coming out. Okay? You got that little pocket there. Now, depending on what you use, you can decorate this any way you want. I am going to put this on, whale tail on here. This stuff is interesting. I had, I'm going to ink this. This, when I print ephemera, like journal cards and things, I use matte photo paper because I get really good color from that. And then when I cut them out, I have lots of strips left over. So I was doing some coffee dyeing, and I decided to coffee dye some of those strips. And probably because there's chemical on it to make the pictures better, I got really interesting color on it. And I had thrown a bunch of pieces like all in there on top of each other so you can see where there's overlapping. And I thought it looked really cool. So let's see. I'm going to put this on. I'll start with a little bit on the back. And I consider the back the short side. I'm going to line that up. And then I can put the glue on this side. just going to cut a little piece of card here. Around the corners. You could put anything in there. You know, you could put any little ephemera pieces in there. I'm just using what I've got here. And I'm going to ink it up. I can put that little thing in the pocket. Now the other thing I want to do is okay. I don't want this upside down, so I'm going to put the where's my hair? I'm going to put a little hole here, and I've got this, and get your so I put a little thing on here, and then I'm going to make a little dangle. I got my bulb pin. I'll just put a button on here. I mean, and you can use charms, you can use whatever you want. And close it up. Okay. And that is what you do. I'm going to quick go through another one. Okay. Fold it, paper clip, short side on the long part on the short part. Okay. Fold this up. Fold this down. Fold this up. Going to round the corners. Doing the folds at the same time. So after I finish this video, I'm going to go shopping for, I'm going to an antique store. We went there on our anniversary, and there was something that I didn't buy that I keep thinking about it and wishing I would have bought it. Oh, come on. All right. This one did not do very well. So I'm going to go back and get it. my sister's birthday is this week, and I want to mail her something for a present. Okay, so I'm going to find something for her. We have a lot of the same taste in decorating, and back when I downsized and moved to Florida, I gave her tons of stuff. So we always joke, and when I go to visit her, I say I'm coming to visit my stuff. And now that I have a house where I can decorate again, I'm having to go out and buy some things again. When we moved out, that was after my son died, and I was ready to like give things up. It was sort of like, it's all just stuff. So I didn't have any trouble downsizing. And now I'm kind of having fun decorating again. When I was younger, I decorated for every month. I changed my decorations for the season. And I don't do that much anymore. I mean, I have some fall things I put out in Halloween, and I think I'll get this one ready too, and then I'll glue everything at the same time. Long side on the short one on the long one. Okay. Fold. Fold down. But now I have a lot of things that I just leave out all the time. And I'm doing my, I kind of have like more primitive look or antique-y look. So I do like antiques. I think that's why I like grungy journals. All right, let's see, where else do I need to do it? Here. Okay. All right, time to ink. So I want to go buy my sister a present, get it in the mail, and also buy the thing that I was regretting I didn't buy. So wanted to do this first though, because if I wait too late in the day, then the sun comes in my window and makes it really really difficult to film. Get these from the other side here. All right. And now I can glue. Get my paper clip back on. Uh-oh, I left my thing out, so I have to reopen it. Short side up. Get it lined up well. And the long side goes down. And then pocket goes up. I do like to put a little glue in here. And then the sides. Now, I think these would look really cute with labels on and things like that. So whatever, you know, you're thinking you might want to put on it to decorate. I didn't do that on mine yet, but I think I will be putting some labels and things on it. And let's see. I'm going to put this on here, ink it up. Forgot to do that. And I want him up, so I'm going to make sure that I put it so he's up. May as well ink this one too. This stuff, I had this on some of my other one. This is where I took paper from Amazon and I scrunched it all up and I used ink on it and got different, it brings out all the little scrunchies. And then I put Mod Podge on it and it looks like full leather. So let's see. This is going to be my back. I think I need to open that up a little bit more again. There, now it really opened up. I'm just going to smear that a little with my finger. Our son came over yesterday for Father's Day, or Sunday, and we went out to eat. It was really nice. He's so busy right now with working full-time and going to school full-time. It was really nice to have a day with him. And he had to come alone because his husband had to work. But it's nice. We just sat and talked a lot. It was great. It's so nice living where my son is. Since we lost our other son, it's so nice spending. I'm wiping glue off my fingers. Having time with our other son. We used to only see him like once a year because he moved to Florida years and years and years ago. I think I have a little too much glue on there, so okay. And I'm going to put this on. Oops, I wanted to do it on this side. Right now it's really gushing out. That's why I'm smearing it and getting it all over my fingers. I'm really liking how these are turning out. And I will probably go in my ephemera and stash and find some little labels and maybe find something different to put in the pockets. Just have to do this yet. Pulled everything out. And it might depend on what journal you put it into. Stuck in there. Oh, there, I got it out. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, put it here. Okay. And a couple of bulb pins. Let's see. I got ink all over my fingers. It's a sign of a good crafter. All right, and let's see. I think I'll put this white one on there. It's like a shell. that's it. Lots of fun. Decorate them. Enjoy. I'm very happy with how these turned out. I sure hope I've been in, that I wasn't out of, I'm a little closer than I normally am. So I'm like, oh, I hope I was in frame. I'll have to look at it. And I apologize if I wasn't. I tried to keep it in the middle here. So that is it for Try Something New Tuesday. And I hope you try it and enjoy. Do something today that you love to do. Do something every day that you love to do. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.